So, to everyone in the video chat and stuff like that, if you guys click the little eye in the top right-hand corner of the video, for everyone who's in the chat, whatever, I asked a poll question, and for you guys on chat here, I'm not gonna have you guys go onto the video where I'm just gonna ask it to you guys here so we can hear your answer.
Yeah, I don't even see it.
You have to click the eye. So at the very top,
I don't see the eye. Is what I was saying.
Really?
Yeah, it's not popping up.
Maybe you refresh the page. I mean, it shows up for me just fine. But also, I'm in the one control as well too, so I guess it should be there. But anyways, here's a question: what would you like to see another classic system from Nintendo, if any?
N64 Classic.
Nintendo 64.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
And Game Boy. Those two.
Okay.
But I think the N64 needs to come first.
So, I actually asked this question on, I think it was...
back, Retro.
Yeah, welcome back, Retro. Why were you gone for so long?
Yeah, welcome back, Retro. Yeah, he was gone, but he unmuted quick when you asked that question. He was quick. He was like,
N64.
That's his favorite console. Mine is the Super Famicom. His is the N64.
N64 Retro gets a boner over it. Anyways, no, I was starting to fall asleep, and I'm just like, I don't want to be snoring on podcasts. I was like, out.
So you just muted. Okay.
Yeah.
What would you like to see on it?
The Kremling's Revenge. No.
Wrong system.
I know. Maybe Star Fox 64, Banjo-Kazooie. I know the rare games. I know.
Well, actually, Microsoft has been really open with working with Nintendo on many things lately, so I feel like they wouldn't see a N64 flashback console as competition. Mm-hmm. And because of that, they would probably license it.
Okay, Star Fox, GoldenEye, Ocarina of Time, of course, Mario Kart, Mario 64,
Majora's Mask.
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely.
That's the name of the Zelda game I was trying to think of, Majora's Mask.
Well, they would both be on there. I mean, they put Zelda 1 and 2, the NES Classic. They would throw both the Zeldas on.
Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what other games they could put on there.
People would be pissed if they didn't put Majora's Mask on there. A lot of people like it more than Ocarina.
This is probably where I want to have the unpopular vote, but I truthfully think they should just stop. They should do the NES and SNES. And here's why.
I think they should do the 3 and just stop.
Well, here's the reason why.
I don't think we need a GameCube Classic.
No, we don't need a GameCube, no.
Here's how I look at it. For them to be able to sell this console, they have to have a decent amount of games. Look at the SNES library and the NES library that everybody loved. There's 30 plus, 40 plus games on there. Name me 20 games that you specifically want on there that everyone is going to know the name of and remember.
You forgot Super Smash. They can always put the 64 Smash on there.
And for me, what I said was kind of like, for example, I want all the Marios on there as always. I'm a big Mario guy, so every single Mario, every single Zelda. What's the other one? GoldenEye. I want to see GoldenEye on there.
I'm actually surprised you haven't modded like a GameCube and taken it to work like a lunchbox.
Well, I want to find one that's defective, like one that fully doesn't work, and I will.
I had one that, like, the lens, it just kept on reading, couldn't read the disc. I sold it on eBay for like $10. I'm like, oh shit, someone would actually buy that.
Yeah, they probably fixed it and sold it for $200.
Yeah, maybe Tony Hawk would be on there, like the first one.
Oh yeah, or the second, first or second. I would say the second.
Yeah, 2 is really good.
I think 2 is more fondly remembered than the first.
No, the first one was pretty fun. I like the first one.
Yeah, it's fun, but I think people remember the second one more. Because they had like the edit level and edit character and stuff. Like all that just really changed it up.
True.
So, I don't know.
Maybe Pilot Wings, because that was released with the N64 when it came out.
Yeah, that's true.
I never heard
I've never played Pilot Wings, but I just know that it was released with the N64 along with Super.
They can add Turok on there too.
Mm-hmm.
Turok, yeah, that could go on there.
I mean, none of the sports game. I mean, besides Mario Tennis, I mean, maybe.
Yeah, Mario Tennis is actually in my list.
Of course, the Mario Party.
Tennis is fun. Mario Party. Do you think they would put all three, or do you think they would just pick one?
They'll probably pick the most popular one and put that.
They
one
probably
on
pick
there.
two because I think two is the most popular.
And we all know what happened with me last night with the third one.
Yeah, you was raging.
I haven't played it in so long. I'm like so rusty. It's like, I'm more rusty than like a person named Rusty. I don't know.
I never got into those.
Purple Bird says, "I want a PlayStation Classic."
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Probably be like
we can dream.
Like,
I don't think it's gonna happen because one, the games are a lot. Yeah, CDI Classic, yes. Matthew, was that you?
Yes. I want a Philips CDI Classic. I want Hotel Mario, all three Zelda games.
No, dude, give me.
I believe that they could. I believe they could get 20 games because games I forgot to add on my list that I posted in chat are Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Stadium. That brings that to 17. I think they could easily come up with 20 N64 games, but I don't think they could go very much further.
Diddy Kong Racing.
Diddy Kong Racing would have to be on there. Donkey Kong 64. Bam. I forgot about that.
And Tui.
It's already on my list.
You said Mario Kart, right?
Mario Kart, yes. Mario Kart 64.
Of course.
So probably I'm probably the only one who probably wouldn't have
you're the only oddball out of this. It's like 3-1.
Yeah.
Well,
and, and I have other reasons why I say no too, and it's probably just because since I already know so much about emulation and stuff like that, and for the SNES and NES, it's meant for the classic feel. But for the N64, I just
N64 not a classic feel.
Well, also remember this too. I never played a whole lot of N64.
Of course, you was born in 1999.
I was born in 1999. You know, so the only things I've played on N64 would be Donkey Kong 64, Majora's Mask, Mario Kart 64, Mario 64, and I played some of the GoldenEye game before the whole ROM hack thing came out.
But you know what? I think that would be a perfect opportunity for you to learn these games.
Yeah, look at me. I'm playing Ocarina of Time. I'm learning it.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, a perfect dark, man. I feel like if Nintendo does decide to do it, because they've been talking to Microsoft, apparently they've been having closed meetings with Microsoft. I feel like if they're going to do an N64 Classic, they cannot do it without the railroad titles.
Matthew was born in 1999.
That's like 5
I bet you Prince was there when he was born.
Nice. But that's for like 5 of the games that would have to be on there. You would prefer those games on Switch? Well, you're not getting Perfect Dark on Switch, and you're never getting GoldenEye on Switch.
You're not going to get half the N64 games on Switch.
You're not going to get any of the Microsoft-owned games on Switch. You might get them on a Classic. They're never coming to Switch.
But I think that's another big reason why I don't think it's going to happen, is because I know Microsoft is going to want a super giant pretty penny for it. And with that, they're going to have to have a bigger pretty penny for the Classic itself.
I don't know so much about that. I think the licensing would probably be along the lines of other game companies.
What about an RPG game?
There was really nothing on the N64. We had Quest 64, which is crap.
Yeah, StarCraft, but I've never played.
That's not exactly. It's RPG, but it's more of a.
What about like a Kirby game or something like that?
Oh yeah, Kirby 64. That has to be on there. That has to be on there.
Oh, you got Yoshi's Island too.
Yoshi's Story.
Your story.
Yoshi's Story. Yeah.
I totally forgot about that game. I thought
we're already up to like 22, and like there's games on there.
I have a collection like 5 feet to the left of me. It's like,
yeah, you got a huge collection and you can't think of it. I think Master Quest. I think if they threw OOT Master Quest on there, would be a good inclusion.
Harvest Moon 64. That's a Conquer.
Conquer, yes. I think Conquer would be harder to license out than Banjo.
Yeah.
I think it would be one of the games that Microsoft might actually not want to license. But also on top of that, they wouldn't want to put an M-rated game on the console.
I mean, none of the sports games like
But then
All-Star
again,
Baseball, tennis, maybe NFL Blitz, just like one of them. Madden NFL Blitz, one of them, maybe.
I think Mario Tennis should be on there because I think Mario Tennis was fun on the N64.
Mario Golf.
That was Waluigi's like premiere was
Yeah,
Mario
2000.
Tennis.
If you want to
God,
get, if you want to get at least one sports game, you can do NBA Live '99.
That's a good one. You see Microsoft doing a Banjo remaster, so you don't see it being on a classic. See, I think it could be on both. You see, because here's something.
I'm still waiting for the third one. By the way,
here's something I want to say about Microsoft, which I'm not sure how many people are aware of this, because a lot of people don't seem to remember this happening. If Microsoft does not see something as competition, they usually don't have a problem with their games releasing on it. And what I'm saying about that is, after they bought Rareware was still making games for the Game Boy Advance and the DS, and they had games in development for the 3DS that just didn't get finished because Rareware was making crappy games. But Microsoft has no problem releasing games for a Nintendo console. A Nintendo handheld. So I feel like they would look at the classic line the same way. That's just how I feel.
Let me ask you guys this. If the N64 Classic comes out and they do have Pokemon Snap, how much do you think the camera would be for it?
$79.95. $79.95.
Oh shit!
What do you mean camera? There was no camera for Pokemon Snap.
Am I thinking of
He's thinking of something else. He's thinking of something else. Pokemon Snap was done with the joystick, just like anything else.
It
was done with the joystick, just like anything else. Now, when the Wii U came out, everybody wanted them to do a Pokemon Snap 2, where you move the gamepad, and they could still do that with the Switch. And I think it would be a good idea. I think it would actually sell well. But
am I thinking of a different Pokemon game? Because I swear.
With Hey You Pikachu, right? Hey You Pikachu had the microphone.
I knew the microphone.
That would not be on it. They because it didn't do well. Nobody really liked that game.
No, the game sucked, dude.
The game sucked. Like nobody would miss that.
How about Superman 64? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Superman 64, the best game ever made. I played that game. I had to play that game for one of my videos. It scared me how good I did in that game.
All you did was fly through rings in that game. That's not
all you do. You fly the rings, and then you have to throw cars. For some reason, you had to throw cars, and then you had to go inside and fight people with crappy controls, and then you flew through the rings again.
Besides, Super Smash Bros. What about like a fighting game, either Mortal Kombat or Clay
Which one would they do though? Because
probably Mortal Kombat 4.
You think they would pick Mortal Kombat 4 over Trilogy?
Yeah, because it's a 3D, just basically like a classic. Because Trilogy for the N64 pretty much sucked.
Yeah, well, 4 was the closest to an arcade.
Yeah,
the graphics didn't look nowhere near as good as arcade, but gameplay wise, it was closer.
So, what about this? What about the Sub-Zero game that was trash?
Oh my God, yes, that's a perfect game.
That's like, didn't they have a PlayStation one called like Special Forces or something?
Yeah, they had that. That was garbage too. It's funny that he brings up Sub-Zero and Superman 64 because I had to play through both of them.
They sucked, didn't they?
Hey, Nicole.
Mortal
Kombat 4 released for the Nintendo 64, and that would probably be
I hear like 5 of her.
Get your rump.